Now, the safety of high-rise buildings has been called into question after a privately owned helicopter slammed into the side of a tall apartment block in southeastern Seoul last weekend. Our Song Ji-son reports.
Investigations are still underway to determine what caused a helicopter to crash into a residential high-rise last Saturday. But the incident has raised concerns about the safety of skyscrapers in the capital, especially since even taller buildings are under construction.
I'm at Jamsil in eastern Seoul, in front of what will eventually be the tallest building in Korea at 123 stories high. It will be completed within the next 2 years, but its construction is raising more concerns about the safety and hazards of super high-rise buildings.
The new building is among a dozen of Seoul's super high-rise buildings taller than 50 stories. But it's stirring controversy since it's located near Seoul Airport, Korea's Air Force base where the president routinely flies out of. The government has revised the airport's runway so it will not conflict with the building, but that hasn't allayed concerns.
The problem is position, because the position where the second rocket world is located is near the route where this airplane takes off and lands, or altitude. The airplane passage by the building is around 280 meters. But when it's like 555 meters high, as you can see, the airplane flies almost in the waist side, almost in between half.
Lotte Group says there are currently no plans to revise the blueprint of the Lotte Super Tower. Some say the government's regulations on high-rise buildings are in line with other countries.
After a fire broke out at a skyscraper in Busan in 2009, the government enacted a special law on high-rise buildings. The law came into effect last year, and since then, all super high-rise buildings must abide by the regulation. It requires evacuation floors and fire escape elevators, as well as other measures to prepare for the case of tsunamis, earthquakes, and even terror attacks.
Skyscrapers will continue to rise on Seoul's skyline to make the most out of Korea's limited land space, but the public wants to ensure the safety of nearby buildings and local residents comes first. Song Ji-son, Arirang News.